ki gane mana assalamu alaikum ne wannan ba karamar rashin tarbiyya bane saboda if you are communicating with somebody that is older than you, you should have that regard even while writing. Are you hearing me? Even while you are writing, you should have that regard. So you don't say thanks to somebody that is even a day older than you, and you don't say, yeah, please, it is act of disrespect. Did you hear that? And you don't just write ASL to somebody, and you mean this assalamu alaikum. Please write it. This is a general comment. In a formal event, like a debate competition, then you come and say, yeah, thanks. Please desist from using those words. Did you hear? But in general, actually, I am really impressed. This performance coming from debate, from Islamic Youth Awareness Students. MashaAllah. We pray that Allah make it easy on us. All of us that were sitting here, everyone that is involved in making this program a success, may Allah, from us as an act of ibadah, may Allah use it as for us and a sadaqah al-jariyah. Participants to take their seats. But before they go, please, I want to pray that Allah, may Allah make it easy on us and our parents and your future endeavors. May Allah make it easy on you. Thank you very, very much. We thank the management and staff of PIA, management and staff of Precision Secondary School, and everyone that is involved. Thank you very, very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. So thank you very much.
Please, can you once again give us a sound at Takbir? No, Takbir is not good enough. At Takbir. Alhamdulillah, most importantly, thank the organizers of this program. Please, I'm packaging these young talents. And aspect is that we're in an era of citizen journalism, where everybody becomes a journalist on his own. So, as I hope what you presented will benefit our team and also benefit the chairman, sir, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters in Islam. Like I introduced earlier on, we have on the high table Muhammad Farid Adamu, the chairmanship candidate not for Sabangari local government area council under the platform of ANPP. So you're most welcome. And now, without taking much of our time, it's my honor and privilege to now make a warm welcome and invite the Vice Chancellor of the most prestigious Ahmad University in the person of Professor Kabir Bala, who is aptly represented by our able chief host. Who is aptly represented by our able chief host. In the person of Professor Abubakar Ismail Ashika, the principal demonstration secondary school, Ahmad University Zaria. Sir, it's my pleasure to acknowledge your presence and also invite you. Please, can you give us a sound for the principal? Allah. Who is representing the Vice Chancellor of Ahmad University. So let me also acknowledge the presence of Madam Zahraddin Muhammad Sadis. Madam Zahraddin, can you please come to the high table? Let me also acknowledge the presence of Madam Kabir Isa Musa, from Bursary Department. Let me also acknowledge the presence of Madam Nuhu Ahmed. At the view, please. Let me also acknowledge the presence of Madam Hadiza Muhammad. At the view. Mr. Chairman, sir, with your kind permission, permit me to invite the Amira of the Islamic Youth Awareness Forum, and the person of Madam Wasila Sada to the high table. Madam Wasila Sada is a lecturer with the Department of Computer Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, among the universities. At the bill, please. Chairman, I will continue with the introduction as the list gets to my table. But for now, let me quickly go to. Oh, sorry, I almost skipped another item. Mr. Chairman, sir, like I introduced earlier on, that I happen to work alongside with the Islamic Youth Awareness Forum Public Relationship Officer and person of Muhammad Al-Azim. So permit me to invite and introduce him to the high table. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite to the high table the Public Relationship Officer of the Islamic Youth Awareness Forum and the person of Honorable Comrade Muhammad Al-Azim, and ask rather candidacy for the forthcoming Sabah local government area council under the platform of NNPP. So you must welcome. So the next item on the agenda, Mr. Chairman, is the Arabic poem. It's going to be Arabic poem presentation. So the Arabic poem presentation. So please, the student that is presenting the poem should please come forward. I'm sorry for that mispronunciation. When I was introducing Madam Zahraddin Muhammad Salih, Madam Zahraddin Muhammad Salih is Dr. Zahraddin Muhammad Salih. Dr. Zahraddin Muhammad Salih, you're most welcome. Now, before I get back from the chat, let me also use this opportunity to recognize teachers of Hijab who are here present. Mr. Chairman, with your kind permission, permit me to acknowledge the presence of one of our guest lecturer, who is there present in the person of Professor Adamu Ali. Sir, you must welcome. And without taking much of his time, because I was told that Madam has elsewhere, so you will permit us to suspend that of Arabic poems for now, so that we can invite Professor Adamu Ali to deliver his message. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are cruising It's about 1 kilometer above the sea level. And I want to assure you that there will neither be plane crash, no compounds, as we are all going down safely. So at this juncture, it is my pleasure to invite the captain of the ship, in person of Professor Adamu Aliyu, who is going to drive us through the youth and economic hardship journey. Professor Adamu Aliyu is a lecturer with the Department of Islamic Studies, Faculty of Education, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Our lecturer has done a lot in academic work. He has virtually made several published and attended several conferences and journal conferences and presented papers locally and nationally. Professor Aliyu is a member and a fellow of Islamic organization as well as other professional bodies. Beyond academic environment, Professor Adamu Aliyu has held several functions or several administrative functions within and outside the campus. Professor Adamu Aliyu, in his quest for knowledge and expertise, career-wise, he is a professor, not professor, but a reputable professor with the Department of Islamic Studies, Faculty of Education, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. So it's a pleasure to invite you, like I said, to join us through the journey of the youth and economic hardship.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد, distinguished chairman of this city, members of the high table, my exuberant youth, male and female, parents and guardians here present with this all-important occasion, the year end of year activity. I salute you with the best form of salutation of Ahlul Jannah by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's another opportunity for me to be here with you. I was here some time ago on similar occasion, or sometimes ago, not just once. And all has been the same journey, weeding out some group of youth that partook in educational activities such as this. And it has been part of us. We can say from the onset of YAB and its activities, in fact, we were activists in it. For at the initial stage, we were part of the instructors when it was. As such, I feel it is as if we saw, and it has grown. I can say it is still growing under maximum care. Those who are saddled with the mantle of stewardship of YAB and its activities. And I think it is worth commending their efforts Because even the last time I think I was here, we learned people that sucked from the fruits, the juice of young activities, are now from, the diversified walks of life within the country. We saw some that were here by chance and found that it is a blessing on them to showcase their faces and show that they are together with us, and now they are in their. I hope my brothers and sisters will listen. Let us discharge why we are here, so that we benefit maximum. Yes, for this occasion, I was met by your representatives with a question for my presence as usual, and I felt I should not turn down the request. I accepted, and this is why I'm here, even though I need a special allowance to say the little I can say about this year's event and be excused to go and attend to another vital function that escaped my memory. But I appreciated that Allah let me forget about it. I wouldn't have accepted this invitation. But the fact that I have accepted, even though the other one was even my arrangement, I felt I should be here first before I meet them later. They must do for me. I must praise. Not just me, including the principal of the institution, because we are architects of the other one. So, my brothers and sisters, parents, the topic given to me is the role of youth, or the youth vis-a-vis economic meltdown, or what is happening in Nigeria today, as the total collapse of the world wisdom, the life grease of making a life. Because I'm not an economist, I was looking at the topic, then suddenly the messenger, the person that brought the information to me, said, "Sir, you can tilt it to whatever you think would be useful to us." Rather than specifically looking at the economic aspect of the society, I feel like to address to address the concept of youth and their roles. When I say roles, diversified roles in the society they live. By this, therefore, economic aspect will be there, social aspect will be there, and so on and so forth. And it's going to be a lengthy lecture. But for us to understand, when we say the youth, whom do we refer to? And then I itemize 1, 2, 3, or 4 roles. But they wanted it because of this. In continuation, I said, we shall look at the role of the youth. When we say the role, what are your expectations? Because you are surrounded with several multifarious challenges, and therefore, what does the society expect of you? You are occupying a very important stage. And when I later specify, which category are we addressing? Very many of you are here belonging to that stage. Some of the younger ones here, I can say, are on their way. But I don't think amongst you that are seated here, there are or there is any that is beyond that stage of youthful age. So with this, I commence by saying youth is a stage of human development. When we say youth, we refer to, or it is referring to, a certain age bracket of one's development as a human being. Because taking you through, once upon a time you were not in existence. Allah ordained the commencement of your coming into being by your father cohabiting with your mother, and you are now conceived. Your developmental stages have started, and that is why you hear the medical line referring to your stage at that time as either the fetal or fetus stage. You are still within the womb of your mother, growing in the womb of your mother for certain time. By the time you are about the ninth month or thereabouts, Allah can destine your coming out to the world. But before then, you are not existing within the peripheral world. You are within the world of your womb. So that stage is one. By the time you come into being, you are a child, and you are within the childhood stage. From that to another limited number of years. Psychologists will say you are within childhood, growing through adolescence, through youth age, adulthood, and manhood. My sisters, don't say I'm not saying womanhood. When we say manhood, you are included. So, in our references, whether I say man or human, I mean both men and female sexes. So by adult youthful age, alhamdulillah, within any person, psychologically, within the ages of 15 to 30, you are all referred to as youths. So therefore, a child of 16, 17, 18, 25, 27, up to age as 30 years. This is why you can see your brothers, your sisters who graduate from the university are being mobilized to go for what is called NYC, and that is National Youth Service Corps or Service Corps. Because you, at that age, you are youth. And the law has it. Once you are beyond 30, you have crossed the bar of youthful age and from NYS. So this is to justify this age bracket of 15 to 30. And that's why I said, perhaps you can say 70 or so of you listening belong to this group. Now, if we understand who youths are, then let me qualify it to say Muslim youth. Muslim youth, because this is an Islamic country, and we are talking from Islamic. Muslim youth are those category of individuals that have attained the age from inshallah 15 to 30. And this is a very, very critical stage in your human development. If you use it, if you utilize it, if you keep what is expected of whoever is within this age range, in other words, you are trying to determine what type of humanity are we expecting in yourself aftermath of your youthful age. That is to say, after your 30th year. By the time you are 40, you are 50, whatever you are displaying as your lifestyle will be attributed to your upbringing from childhood through your youthful age. And that's why you may be happy to say you've not had very good tarbiyah, or you've had an excellent year, as the case may be. So, what we are saying here, what are your roles? That's all right. That's not the most important aspect. Please settle down. When you find yourself within this age we are now referring to, there are several things expected of you, several expectations that you are supposed to manage and play as your roles, because you are the light, you are the future, you are the characteristics of the Ummah that we shall be seeing in after month of this life after 30. We hereby say your growth and development is a vital, is a stake when you are in this stage of development. State of fulfillment or state of otherwise where you are. One of the expectations is that individual here starts to actualize his physical structure. You see changes in your physique. You see changes in your emotions, changes in your socialization, and so on and so forth. And as parents, we see these things in our children, and therefore they are vital to know how to manage them at this level. It's an age, it's a stage of what? Increasing independence and decision making. And that is why even administrators need to be very cautious of this age bracket. You find that administrators in institutions where these ages exist may have different challenge from the administrators of institutions where younger ones are, like ages 8 to 12, 14. Equally, administrators of institutions where ages are beyond 30, like those of us who are dealing with elderly people in college and faculty of education under a program we call LPs, you find out way and manner you manage such different from the way and manner manage your undergraduate students of this age bracket. So it is an age of increased independence and decision making. We also need to understand that youthful age is a vital stage for spiritual upliftment. Wallahi, any person that passes the youthful age without the best utilization of it for his spiritual upliftment, development, and attainment, we are not saying that he has not attained them later, but he has exceeded a better opportunity that he can excel with ease. Because the rate of your retentive memory, the rate of your perception, the rate of your understanding, intuitively, and what is easier at the age of youth. And that is why it is disheartening. It is discouraging. We are at regret to see our youth today occupying themselves with so many things that are negative, pointing a danger to future life of this category of children. And this is why, from Islamic point of view, parents, teachers, wallahi, we have on deck to checkmate all the influences that are now bedeviling our youth that are occupying the most important segment of their life in attaining future excellence, now being wasted in several dimensions, especially with the influence of what we are now having as our main enemy, the social media and its diversified means of distracting and destroying our youth. It is important we also say that this is a moment for the spiritual upliftment through mindfulness of your Islamic responsibilities, such as regular establishment of your prayer. And we know where you establish, you say your prayer accurately and appropriately. Indeed, you will never be associated with ills, because it is a promise and is supported by the Quran, saying that Bismillah, in the Salata, Tanha Anil Fasha wal Munkar. So whoever is regular, whoever is punctual, whoever is up and doing, never unmindful of his regular prayer, wallah, inshallah, you will never find him among those who are participating in Al-Fasha wal Munkar. And as such, we are reminding our youth, be mindful of your ritual prayers at this age. That is why we said, what are your expectations? Then be fair, up and doing in Quranic recitation, because so doing, inshallah, you will find yourself spiritually growing. Apart from that, we will have to encourage you in other devotional activities. This is a very costly stage of your life that if you waste it, you hardly can mend it later. It is also a moment of youth trying to start nursing the idea of partnership in terms of livelihood, marriage, and the establishment of family. Yes? That is the youth. Between the same age bracket of 8 to 5, you see the urge in you emotionally being developed. You want to have someone close to your heart. You want to maybe go beyond that to see how you can win the heart of one another towards the establishment of familyhood in Islam. This is the stage even made the Prophet ﷺ to say, oh, Amma is having the urge. In addition to the means and capability of marriage, should marry. This is why it is always frowned at. Any policy stage is carefully put across our youth to deny them any ability to engage into this Islamic institution of marriage. The Muslim should frown it. Because where you deny, where you prohibit this institution to see the light of the day, without any precautionary measure, then you are opening the license and the gate towards zina and other to perpetuate in the society. So therefore, youth should demand this period, and parents also see, once they see this comes among children of this stage, they should see actualize their life. With this, I will try by saying, let us have a recap of how Islam can make reference to youth as stages for lesson or direct lessons from them. The popular story of the Ashab al-Kahf in the Quran is very good, and by the time we reverse or review we could see the role, the record, and what it has played in their life in livelihood. It is also, as I have said, can see the advice Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu has given to the youth. So I am making a clear call at this juncture that youth should never accept themselves to be misused by drug, I can call it, or unmindful. As I was coming, I was hearing the introduction of our Indian honorable member by introducing Muhammad Farid Adamu Aliyu. And I don't know whether many of you here are aware that I am the father. Adamu Aliyu is my son. If I say politician, I use the word disgruntled, selfish, unpatriotic. I don't think, I'm not campaigning for my child anyway, but my child is belonging to that category. So please, watchful. Politicians of evil minds have subjected our youth as scapegoats thoughts that they even buy and give them hard drugs to take and lose their senses, not involving their own children in their politicking. So youth are not that type of. I have told you what is expected of you earlier. Be mindful of those things that will make you great. Yes. So they use this to say, whatever your situation is, be it economic meltdown, be it political meltdown, social meltdown, any trouble in society finds itself, oppressive leaders that are oppressors, or like the means, they are the stronghold that can evolve a positive change to the society. They are the strong force the Ummah can be proud of if they uphold the Kalima, if they uphold their Imam, if they uphold their visionary minds for a better future. So I hope that the Muslim youth that are here who have the succor of training, mentorship by IAF to understand the expectation the society is having on them. With this, I say, أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله
وعليكم السلام. The sound and defeating at the bill. At the bill. You see, out of his wisdom, knowledge, he has talked about the issue of politicians, and democracy, and how we should progress will be around. You would have witnessed one of the playlists we organized for members, see how we can make contributions towards having a better leadership. So I wish progress will be around. My colleague, a debate or a panelist discussion. Professor Adamu Ali, we thank you so much, and we cannot thank you enough. This juncture, with the permission of the chairman, I have so many guests who have just arrived, but I know that the chancellor, who is happily chief host, Professor Abakar Salina, also has a statement which he also wished to take his leave any time from now. So please, other guests that have just arrived, and our teachers who are here present, not present, please just pardon me if you for me to invite Professor. After his own speech, I can still go ahead with the introduction. With the permission, sir, it's my pleasure to invite the Vice Chancellor from the most prestigious Ahmadu University area, who is ably represented by our chief host, Professor Abubakar Ismail Ashiga, Principal Demonstration Secondary School, Ahmadu University. Please, I take a bill.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bishrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal hakim. Wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum, my respected brothers and sisters in Islam. And to go by protocol, the chairman of the sitting, my erudite professor, Professor Adamu Aliyu, executive members of YAB, parents here seated, teachers of YAB, distinguished students of YAB, male and female, I say Assalamu alaikum once again. The Vice Chancellor, Notable University, Zaria, Professor Kabir Bala, is unavoidably absent and therefore directed me or mandated me to represent on this important gathering. The MC is saying, I don't think I'm able to represent the Vice Chancellor, only standing for him, but not as expected, and I'm having his one capacity. He has 3 messages. Islamic Youth Awareness Forum of Summit. The first of all, Ahmadu Bello University is pleased and cherishing the activities forum, particularly when the enormous contributions they are making in Samaru community by creating not only awareness but sound knowledge that promoted many youth of Samaru to a higher position. It came to the knowledge of the university that most of the products of this forum and the diaspora, some of them are evenly spread within the university. Even the current head of department of software development of Ahmadu Bello University is a product of YAB. He is their chairman. Therefore, ABU is aware of the enormous and impact made by this forum, replacing the past negative of summary youth, having most of them becoming troublesome and creating chaos as it comes. With the use of this forum, many videos and negative activities of some of the youth in Samaru has been drastically reduced. He also directed me to mention here that fully knowing the importance of knowledge and awareness, produce a scholarship scheme that is being paid by the communities around Ahmadu Bello University area. Of course, Samaru starting with some communities, Samaru, to the Munsira, from Hawaya, Shika, BA, about 7 communities were asked to produce a in staff school and demonstration secondary school, Ahmadu Bello University area. This year, this place, where do we call this place? Nyazambu, Kore, Bijib, Sibiri, and Milko are also going to benefit from the same scholarship because Ahmadu Bello University is fully aware that the more you the more the society and the community became so sound. This message, these are the three messages that I'm asked to present on behalf of the Vice Chancellor. Speaking now as the host of this event, Principal Demonstration Secondary School Zaria, I know when EAP started, and we know the effort you put, even when I was a teacher before becoming a principal, all the facilities provided by this EAP, we provided it. There was a time when the school was financially bankrupt, and the EAP also contributed to prepare the chairs where the students would be sitting down. Up to now, we are so supportive of the forum's activities, and we shall be with them because most of these beneficiaries of the EAP activities are students of the secondary school. So I must say that EAP and Demonstration Secondary School are inseparable. You cannot separate them. They are part and parcel. We shall continue to be like that, inshallah, and inshallah, more positive outcomes are coming our way to ensure that we train Islamically, socially, economically, and politically our youth so that they can contribute positively to the well-being of our Samaru and beyond. With this, I'm saying, may Almighty Allah bless this gathering and take each one of us back to our homes safely, and may Allah continue to elevate EAP, Demonstration Secondary School, Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, and the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, and Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Takbir. MashaAllah. Please, Professor, someone has a question for you, but I will call the person. Before, Madam, we know that you are able to do that. Each time I see you, I never do all this. There's this what we call moral thoughts in Demonstration Secondary School. So I remember we just eager to have that moral thought. Come on. So, what you are talking about, inshallah, it's my pleasure to acknowledge the presence of the Chief Security of the University area, a person of Madam Ashu Tijanizan, who is hereby represented Madam Abubakar. I also here have on the side Madam Adi Yusuf, head deputy staff, Ahmad Asizar. So we have another guest that we have to introduce them in the course of the program. So now have a question from us. So who is the question coming from? Arabic when presenter to please get ready or come forward for the Islamic point.
Assalamu alaikum. First and foremost, I want to commend the speaker for a wonderful presentation. I must say that I was really enlightened. I have gained a lot. I just saw a flyer last night that there's going to be a program here, and I decided to attend because I was once a student many years ago. I have 2 questions about the speaker. According to the speaker, the age for a youth 16, 7, 30 years is the decision-making age. Recently, we had the federal government wanted to age limit for admission to Nigerian universities. But due to a lot of pressures by parents and other unions like ASU, they decided to backtrack. But we all know that the present government is never to be trusted. We can remember they promised the Nigerian Labour Congress that they are not going to increase the price of PMS for the later increase for present. So if they decide to visit this policy of age limit, sir, how is it going to affect our youth decision making? since they are going to limit their age in attending university. Then secondly, my second question is on the aspect of this cryptocurrency that we all know as mining. Some Islamic scholars are backing it while some are against it. But somebody can do this for like 10 times in a day, but he can mine for 1,000,000 times in a day. Sir, this mining, isn't it going to affect the decision making of our youth? That's my question.
So just
Alhamdulillah, had a questioner and a question. First of all, with regard to the federal government move to regulate
Why?
university, Assembly is not the fault, and they have been precisely saying it is from the age of 18. JAM has been sent to institutions, especially private institutions, never to admit any below the age of 18. Each time you count, the first 6 years of the person is at home, receiving his moral training and post kindergarten, nursery, primary, nursery classes. It is at that age of 6 is expected to have tried to join 1 to 6, giving him additional 6 years to make 12. Now he joins the basic level of education, that is JS1 to 3, making him 9 years to have his basic education certificate. And last 3 years of senior secondary school, between the ages of 15, 16, 17, and 18. So if one looks into that, it tallies with natural arrangement of attending school. Whatever it is, I'm sure they are still very strict on the 18. I don't know their plan if they are coming below to say, I mean, somebody cannot join the university until at the age of 20. I've never had that. But 18 has no much problem with the use of 1. It's not some of the institutions that are making it different of the natural arrangement. You see some institutions when you take your child for nursery, primary, at some schools don't have primary 6. So, and you may be surprised, child joins 4. Somebody may finish primary school 9 or maximum 10. So if it's fast enough, by the time he reaches 15th year, he's already ready for his wife and echo. Whatever it is, the presentation is showing wherever the child is, whether in the 4 walls of an institution or the age of youth is a very critical age for his personal development and decision making. Wonderfully, individuals that I just seen most in some time, is professor in Nigeria, a lady at the age of I think 27. Now when you calculate from her birth to her nursery, whatever, to her education, first degree, doctorate, I mean PhD, and then her natural growth in the reader and then professor, one wonders what happens in between. And so that for the policy makers and the right thinking policy makers, if involved, our children. That aside, coming to where I say, we look at terms of this stage of development of the past 50. This is moment he should strive, or she, to have the maximum spiritual through Quranic recitation and other devotion acts. You have a pious Muslim or Muslimah. But I said, alas, parents have to be careful. Now we're at a stage of total between the youth age that is very important to determine what kind of person we may have at adulthood, as well as at his later life of 50s and 60s, unfortunately, are being derailed by the social disaster in the name of looking for a cheap way of making life. The popular mining. Yes, through the mining cancer that has just come has done havoc. There was this thing that was prevailing. Yes, that chatting was not for any economic gain. A friend can call a friend and they chat for hours, not minding he is costing himself sleepless night or herself. Now it is mining that they are expecting certain gain. And therefore, I have seen several wallahi on the road on Friday. Liman na huduba. Somebody is maintaining his. So just be a hana kaja. India huduba is ongoing. Reciting the Quran, talk less of other things. Somebody only drops the phone in a chair a day to so. Immediately the Imam said, Assalamu alaikum. Gets it done. Wallahi, he said yes. And for, as you said rightly, some scholars I have the right to belong to either of the two, to those that say it is not allowed or it is destructive. Whatever millionaire you will become, you will be an empty millionaire of spiritualism. May Allah guide our youth and our souls. Wallahi, parents, even family halls. Akwai matan aure masu wannan. So in ka zo ka isi yanci miya ta kone kaɗan bincin. An shagala ana mining, an kona maka what you are expecting. Allah, let us be mindful. May Allah take care of it. So,
please, I can build. Madam is asking whether you have any other questions. You want to take the stage. If you have, you can just please pass it to me. So we thank Madam enough. I wish we one day invite Madam to come and give us a special topic for this. So quickly, let me acknowledge the presence of Madam Husseini Usman, and we also have Madam Habib Alaya, who is the editor of YAP. We have Madam Abdulaziz, also a chemistry teacher, who is also a lecturer at the council. We have Madam we have Madam Awal, we have Madam Muhammad Jamil, we have Adamu Alpha, we have Muhammad Barrow, a former councillor of Samar. We have Madam Suraj Yunus, we have Madam Isar Bugari, we have Madam Ibrahim, and we have Madam Ado Jibril. So as soon as I get this opportunity to call to make the introduction. Mr. Chairman, so with your permission, may I invite Madam Arafina Halu to give us the Islamic poem.
وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اسمي رهينة هلي من مريم، منتقل وعي الشباب الإسلامية. الحمد لله الحمد لله. للفرح اليوم الكثير والكثير من التجليات، وقد تغلغل في كيان كلنا مانئا الأركان، متنظمة أمواجها ومستحوذا على العقيدة والمفاهيم. وهذا المقام لبثه إليكم، فأنتم تحتفون بنا بكل صورة علينا، كانت شعرا تمشينا أو نشيدا، بل لكل صورة أصحابها. فدعونا نطلق الآن حناجرنا بالنشيد ضوحا ببعض الحبوب. تخرجنا لله أتممنا، نلنا من علوم والدنيا على عدد كل ذي علم بإخلاص يعلمنا، يزكينا ويلهمنا يفتح طالبنا. فإن لوك ثانويتي فإسلاميتنا تسامع قدرها الأمر ويمهم شطرها النيم. تخرجنا بعد اليوم عن سنين عزيمة وكفا، بها هزر رفاق النوم في الإصبع، مارست أحسن في فضاء العلم. تخرجنا ما زرعناه لكل نجاة، فإسلامية فإسلامية علم سامع قدرها الأمم ويم النهم. تخرجنا ففرحتنا مدرة، وذي الأطيار صائحة بفرحتنا خشقة، والأزهار فائحة وعاطرة ومنعشة، وكل الكون أشرق فالسماء والأرض نيرة. لله الموفق من كيان الحمد بشكر، فنشكر جمعكم شاركتمونا فرحة العمر. ألم سألوك ثانويتي فإسلامية على تسامى قدرها الأمم ويم مشقها. هنيئا طلاب الخارجين، بارك الله فيكم جميعا، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
We are supposed to have the second guest lecturer, but I learned that she's not, she's still on her way coming. Now, while we are awaiting the arrival of second guest lecturer, may I invite may I invite the group of panelists who are going to give us a talk show titled YAV 2024 Talk Show. So please, if they are around or if they are prepared, let us see them here so that they can do the talk show for YAV 2024. Now let me also acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Amir Isaac Finance Forum in person of Madam Awia Ibrahim. Let me also acknowledge the presence of Madam Ahmed Nazir from Public reference. So the talk show, are you ready? While the panelist is getting prepared, and we also acknowledge the presence of engineer and also engineer Nasu Yaman. Now, before we start the presentation, once again, well, acknowledge the presence of our second guest lecturer, Professor Aisha Ibrahim, Health of Soil Science. Now you're welcome.
So I'm on a thing now.
Please, you have to listen up. We're already in schedule. Who are the panelists? Please come up. Okay.
That's my question.
Okay, we have Soja, Gaddafi, Saratu, and Maya.
My Indian Stop, normal button.
Let me also acknowledge the presence of the former in person of Madam Amin.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Good morning to you all. My name is Taratia Smart and I'm going to be professor. Today we are going to discuss on a very important issue that affects our moral and ethical well-being. It has to do with corrupt practices such as Suleiman. That's Muhammad Musa. Abubakar Musa. Once again, welcome to your 2020 program. Now, let's begin with one of the items which is what's buying. What's buying a form of electoral offense? A common problem in Nigerian politics today. This is so because the average voter is just really poor. So it is and unable to resist the pressure of attempting crime. So, as we all continue, what's buying virtually affects the society. But people say a new number. You have to see what I'm talking. In simple terms, tell us your own understanding of buying. Simple terms, what's buying? When someone offers money or something to a voter in exchange for the right. MashaAllah. Madam Asmarian, can you tell us your own perspective of what's buying? Well, what simply means inducement of any kind, such as money, services, or any other which are not as Beautiful. Madam well, for me, I would say what's buying involves two parties engaged in current battles, which I will refer to as the offer and the offer. In other words, the giver and the taker. In everyone's voting rights for a cleaner. Now, coming back to you, man, what do you think are the effects of crime and drug abuse in our society? And for me, I can tell you the effects of both buying and drug abuse are too numerous. As for both buying, as a quality of education, healthcare service, and even our well-being. For drug abuse, it leads to mental disorder, school dropouts, and can even lead to death. MashaAllah, Madam Asmarian, you share the same opinion with Madam Gadir? Absolutely, I will say so what's buying not only providing the water of creating income, economic hardships, or just a bit of spaghetti, or bread, or a peanut, or to make the water stand is voting right for poor or economic hardships. Wow, I like that. Now, Madam Arukailan, does it suffer from hunger and economic hardship? No, it doesn't. Well, I will say beyond this. I want a peanut with better security of life, education of your children, and so on. Now, let us look at it from the more of Islam. If you say God, what do you think is your last acknowledgement? While ethics in Islam are deeply rooted in the Quran and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, revolve around like truthfulness, justice, humility, patience, and kindness. When these values are embodied in daily life, they prevent harmful stuff like corruption, dishonesty, injustice, and so on. But based on this, the Quran commands us to avoid action on this. For example, in Surah Al-Imran, chapter 110, it is said that Muslims are the best of people, enjoying what is good and forbidding what is bad. This highlights the power of ethical behavior in shaping a morally sound society. Well, moral ethics begins at home and in our school. Islamic ethics must be taught not only as abstract ideas, but as everyday behaviors. If our youth embodying these principles, whether it's honesty in business or kindness to neighbors, they will adopt them naturally. Masaya, what can you say about it, your last? My last thought on this is that Islam promotes justice, fairness, and compassion, which is the foundation of peaceful coexistence. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 49, tells us, Ya ayyuhan nas, O mankind, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin. We have created from a male and a female. And made to each nations and tribes that remain one another. But this one emphasizes that diversity is led, not a region for when an individual practices the ethics of respect and responsibility as to create religion or background, it fosters harmony within communities. The ethical values such as justice and mercy help to prevent conflict. That's inspiring. You have fun and how personal accountability can protect many vices in society. Now, as Muslim past, this is your take on how external guidance can address issues like backbiting, banditry, kidnapping, and so on. I leave you with this question. With this, I say, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please, at the field, please give them a sound. That's why I was saying the other time that I wish the prof will live up to this time to see that yes, we have this program in terms of packaging and repackaging students for them to address themselves to the world. Something like they have passed us not just the grammar out of it, but more that we all have a say in what we want our society to become. We all have a say in what we want our leaders to be. We are all responsible for what we are having today in society. If today I will say to myself that, oh, I reject both sides. You reject both sides. Not both sides. Other social advice that are happening in society. So at this point in time, it's my pleasure to also announce the arrival of Madam Ampi, Chairman, alongside Madam Ampi. You're most welcome. Let me quickly invite our presentation. Yes, Aisha, I will be my country. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, Chairman, and coordinate program for please come up behind it. It's not very direct to them. Professor Aisha, whose knowledge and contribution to management of boundaries. Professor has held several administrative functions within and outside the country. Lecture, it's my pleasure to invite Aisha to drive us any of and economic action.
highly competent and designer called Magad. I'm very pleased to be here to share or to speak with you. I was at one tour, which is also similar topic. And I looked at the topic that was presented to me, and I looked at it and economic hardship. And I want to believe that the youth are the solution to this hardship. So I now wrote this little piece on the youth and economic development, potential of youth as economic development. So what I want to ask is that before I came here, I was being late, but I actually had anticipating this. I had to go to community market to beat it. And I saw, because I want to talk to you about the opportunity that you had. I saw an opportunity there. Today was funding, and there is no light. But I saw a shop that was so busy, and they are making money, just money. Because I even looked at them to be understaffed. I had to come with the papers on tables because they were understaffed. So I see an opportunity that youth can solve so many problems. So let's begin with the challenges that youth face today. There is a high rate of unemployment. Over 50% of unemployment in Nigeria today is being faced by youth. And so that the youth are almost 70% of this population that are under the ages of 30. How do you find the age of the youth? Some start from 15 years to 35 years. You see some definitions as 16 years to 30 years. The data, more than or around 70% of this population is around the age of 30 and 35. So we have this large number of youths that are unemployed. But maybe we choose to remain unemployed this later. There is also skill gap. Your opportunity to go to school, your opportunity to be under the young program to teach from all the training and skills that you have passed through this program. There are also entrepreneurial barriers. Adequate support, resources, and funding are some of the limitating factors that you face in terms of getting employed. Corruption. Corruption perpetuates inequality and hinders economic progress. And we want to be with the morals and the training that you got under this program. It is not something that will drive any here corruption, because we are Muslims, we are followers of the belief of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we know what he said about doing good, enjoying doing good, and abstaining from what is bad. And corruption is a bad behavior. So that the country is also over-reliant on oil. We have to diversify to non-oil sectors so that we can shift the core trend. So with that, I've already started highlighting some of the opportunities. Opportunities hinders on our large population, which can drive economic growth. Because there is no population of a country with large human capital that cannot expect economic growth. And that's what we want to change the narrative. We also have opportunities in innovation. Youth can bring fresh ideas and entrepreneurial spirit into the development of the economy. Also, the current trend of the digital economy, where youth can leverage on technology and economic opportunities. When I come to this,
think about what the youth are engaged in. Currently, the digital economy or the digital situation we find ourselves in drive us either to do good or to do bad. And we always know the divide between good and bad. There are things like betting, lot of betting things that are going on with the internet. And we don't want our youth engaged in that because they just want to get money. It's just a drive to the dunya. We are here to worship Allah because we are expecting to live here as human. We want to live here as human beings. So we don't want to engage in all those bad things. There are also things happening with this current. I don't know. I always don't understand that thing. People are typing. They're buying. I don't understand that thing. As far as I'm concerned, any sane society, any economy that wants to grow is supposed to grow on some of these things that we see. But I don't see that. I don't see how that will help. Rather, I see it give us back because we become unproductive. Unproductive in the sense that we sit down and we are not happy. Doing nothing. Why? We are not able to recycle back anything productive to ourselves, but we are simply tapping just because we want to get money. I don't know. I'm still not getting any Islamic justification of doing that. I've not seen it, and I try as much as possible to discourage that practice. It is not productive to the economy. So we have agriculture. I'm somebody with an agricultural background, and I see a lot of potential here. You see people that are even non-agricultural sector are coming back to the agricultural sector. It is different in entrepreneurial engagement. So we see a lot of potential in agriculture in terms of entrepreneurship and innovation. We also have creative industries where students, youth can explore opportunities in creativity, in arts, and entertainment. So solutions here. The solution, part of the solutions is education. I can continue to say education training, and awareness creation. So this all the solution is. And part of this program is the awareness, the education in the institution through the lab, and then you also receive the training as well as now that we are giving the stock, we are also creating awareness. So we need the entrepreneurship support. There are some resources can be provided, or you have funding through mentorship and youth-led. Only diversification of the non-oil sector. We can see what the oil sector is doing. We think that are punished more with the oil we think we have. So there are a lot of diversification from the oil because of climate change. You see now that there's so many things that are done without the use of petroleum or oil. So in the future, a global economy shifting away from oil. So if we as a depend on oil, then it means that our future is going to start. So we have to, as soon as possible, see that we shift from the over-dependence on the oil and diversify to other sectors. So we have digital inclusion. We want to promote digital literacy, access to technology. You can see that we have almost all of us have phones, and we can leverage on this technology to develop ourselves, to become entrepreneurs. I see some already do that, putting some of their products time and advertising their products that they create. So then we also need good governance. So good governance is healthy to promote using economic policies rather than promoting corruption and policies, bad policies that are not going to be good for us. So these are part of the few things that I want to talk about. And becoming entrepreneurs. I always tell people, only for us that are in the academics, I think I'm trying to move away from daily salaries. I can't depend on the 30 days income only without being entrepreneur. And part of what I do as a farmer, I cultivate maize, I cultivate soybean, I cultivate beans. Even before coming now, I got some fertilizer to go and put in my beans. So, and I know what I got that in terms of income. And whenever there are pride or anything, I think I try to manage my own resources. I don't do it. And I also think that I use that to help out close to me, in need of those help. So even as a salary earner, I don't pay my salary, and that is what I do to engage, not to finish school and say they are looking for jobs. They are supposed to create jobs. They are supposed to provide labor. They are supposed to provide jobs for individuals, small scale industry, small scale business. I think I put something at the back here that you need to identify the needs in the market. Once you want to start, you can start at a small level, micro level, at a national level, because you don't start big to know what you go into. You don't enter into any entrepreneurial engagement without the knowledge. You need to have the knowledge, you need to have the skill before you go into it. And then you can start small, and based on how it goes, like for me, I also started small in farming. I was like half hectare. But now I say I go up to almost 3 or 4 days. I'm still not a big farmer, but I think I am going from there. There are people that start with an acre and they very nice development. You don't go one time, I want to start 10 hectares. That is if you are in the farming business. There is fishery business. There's fertilizer business. There's grain buying and grain selling. Not grain hoarding. But there are people that can go to local markets, buy grain, bring it into modern markets, and get their own. So there are different areas. You identify the needs in the market, and then develop innovative solutions, and then you have to also take financial risks before you engage into that. So these are some of the uses that I put down as encouraging youth, the drivers to economic development, not youths that are going to be problems. We know the problems that are surrounding us. We know the vices of drug abuse and substance uses. We know the menace of banditry and this that some youth will get straight and go in. And that is not what we encourage. We want to see the youth growing up to change that narrative, that picture. So these few points I want to urge you to be good citizens of moral, of highest moralism. Because as Muslims, that is what we are supposed to do. And you are also tasked with not going back. And when you see back, you use whatever strength you have to do. You know the hadith of the Prophet that if you see anything bad, you should use your hand to remove it, or use your mouth to remove it. But then when this topic is to use your hands to remove it, it's but then we have to also see that we do our best. You see somebody doing bad, you don't have authority, or you tell somebody that has authority to see that we remove what is bad from our society and encourage what is good and engage in good morally sound behaviors. So with this, I want to say, Allah, I want to pray to Almighty Allah to bless you, to bless the organizers of this program, the patrons that are always seeing that this program runs yearly, and the graduates. May Allah assist you as you live and move into the next phase of your life. Always engage in prayers, whatever you do, and engage in music. With this, I will say Salam Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please, I can feel Prof. I've also joined me in this part of this. So I wish Prof. will have enough time so that he can invite us to say more of actually the message is far reaching. And unfortunately, when the country certificate driven economy, not skills driven economy, if not would have gone far. Just yesterday I was having a discussion with one of the profs from your area. And she fundamental discipline. If life is reversible, you will have taken this action to go too far. But a lot of opportunities, entrepreneurship mindset, a lot. One advantage now, it's not too late. It's life. You know, as a not that we concentrate on the other side of the education, but the skills matter. And she does mention mining, and the other speaker just very also talk about mining. And of course, the mining is a very important form of investment. And the investment aspect is one, there must be work, commitment, there must be activity, there must be resources. What are resources? Resources, human resources, financial, and other material resources. You now think of what we call the risk taking. So all these are not discouraging us not going to mining, but please know that we can have better investment than this. And lastly, I want to do that we should please also please program despite the despite seeing that we have vocational skills. Vocational skills for education is not enough. We have to have entrepreneurial aspects. Somebody will come and teach you how to do business from scratch. What you say, always start small. There's this slogan: start small and teach. What about Dangote and other prominent businesses in the world? Thank you, Prof, for this wonderful lecture. This juncture, it is my pleasure to invite the chairman of those that we have an event for good university. One of our universities has please that the lecturer permit me to invite Dr. Just say one or two words. Doctors are doing academic on good university. Please say how I mentioned.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. I have to thank the organizers of this occasion, one of which is the Muallim, the teacher, also the mentor, whom is the chairman of the occasion. Madam Bala, I say thank you, and also we wish all young and young members success here and thereafter. What I just want to mention, actually, we are all here because I'm also a student here. In that respect, there is something which we are arranging for this great gathering, actually, in order to help and to assist something. There is one school there called, Inshallah, we will offer scholarship for some of the students, in which they will also be enrolled in the school and freely and take measures in order to see the right candidates are really taken. Because the school actually needs people that are so sound in Quran. Quran is one of the priorities in the school. And also the conventional Islamic knowledge. Because we have what we call integrated Islamic-based curriculum. That's what we are practicing. Therefore, we will, inshallah, do not do that. The reason why we don't have that is because this is the first year that we are having the JS. And I think it's just mainly for junior
from senior things, secondary to SSS. In that respect, inshallah, we will prepare against next year, and inshallah, we will do as much as we could to see how we have inspired to be propelled anywhere in the world. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Like I said earlier on, we going to start the speech from the person of Alan. Has been Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All people who really observe the chairman permit me to start on the protocol. Alhamdulillah, this is a journey of 6 years from 2020 to 2024. These students, members of them, just like they are lost some years, alhamdulillah, they have achieved a lot. They have been existing for more than 20 years, where we give our priority is educate, give them Islamic morals. We have a number of ranging from programs that were part of education unit and also the ones that are part of Dawah unit. This program is both the education units were involved in it. So our achievement is graduation. Not like this graduation that we have more than 45% of the students that we can say that they have started this program. They have registered from JS1 up to SS3. This is a great achievement because there are some of the issue that we are having telling our people, our community, that in this program and along the way, we find that we don't see anymore. We don't know. The student or the parents that have such a problem. That we find that they are not going to classroom. Here is the that they are attended. That we have them in university and they are graduated with flying colors. This thing also we have only of this line for this great achievement. Also, one of the major supports that any education or any learning outlet requires is support from the guardian and also from the community. And we have support from some of the guardians, especially this academic station. We have a number of guardians that call us and ask us about their students. Some of them usually used to come check whether their children have come or they are absent. Also, this is an achievement. Also, from the community, we have a number of stakeholders in the community that call us and regarding humanity. Then my attitudes to my graduates, well, let's say, you see, this is just the beginning of your journey. The journey will just started. There is an end of it. Secondary school, I believe WAEC is one of the most difficult exams that you see in your life. University is up to you. It's either you do it or you don't do it. I will call one of our elders or our group that this journey is something that is determined by time. Time is the major determinant. So whether you do it or you don't do it, the time will be that you will create it or you will enjoy it. So also in this sense, we have two of our students. Inshallah, while we are presenting the award, we are going to present them. They are registered from here with us since from GS1 up to GS3. they have been beaten. Their brother and sister, the sister has been in the first position, and he has been trying to, but sister keep on taking him down. Until the SS3, finally, that brother did his own best. He did the best in the class. Alhamdulillah. So, with this, due to time constraints, inshallah, I would say Jazakallah khair for media outlets, those our international, our hosts, our members, and all other Christians and the community. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I thank you. For the next, let me quickly announce the presence of my Anguan President, Madam Hadna. Madam Hadna, please come to the item. We also have the chairman of Samahumai, so Madam Hadna. So quickly, let me call students Amir and Amira. Please, students Amir and Amira, let me start. Also, if you want to share with us, please, during the time constraint, for not giving make it something. So the Amir, that I need the Gon Amira, please come. Please try and shorten the speech.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm going to introduce the big book and the big well. The other has the man which is for I would like to acknowledge the presence of the chairman of education, first course, Madam Yahya Musa, the Amir of Riyadh in absentia, the Amir of Riyadh, first Madam Wasila, first course, our teachers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my fellow graduates, my fellow friends, my name is Logan Abdulbasir, who is graduating as a state class on the stage at DSS State Muslim of Zaria. Looking at so many beautiful and silent faces this morning as we share this with graduates. I look at and feel humble because to all that presentation. I am representing the graduate class. I'm so thankful for the privilege given to me to share introduction over the past success of spending what and more of permitting to start. I registered in the 58 by then, the more than 100 years of the step forward education in Nambaga, whereby the is present here in case of the present here due to the support of our teachers. Yes, absolutely not possible for many. It is not only any address, but also this and most especially Islam. It was many things on self play and what Almighty Allah should what the entire effort was in the I mean, someone said that one food that gets 20 many. Yes. But one of the facts that teachers are essential part of every society. The advice life of adults. They are the foundation for it. In every context. Welcome of teachers for helping people have to think. And also has many things that they have done. Although the profession, in my view, most professions that come, but their teachers are not afforded. The necessary competition, and that's what this looks of people for the hours. Just this week, special kind of class, and accommodate any kind of nonsense, changes and comments, and attempts to skills. Okay. One is what our teachers. What we consider education is very personal. The answer is what our teachers. They are men and women workers and women, and they are so thankful for your guidance. The education is a and transform effort, yes, your talent. Your kind and caring nature has been in our lives. And we have been because other teachers, but all we are our neighbors. And not because we are because all who this, we know we are not the best place, but we are the place and have some. Thank you for the arm for your much. Inshallah, you say a big thank you and welcome you. Thank you for this.
Allahu Akbar. Takbir. The Amir. Graduation speech and Islamic awareness for yeah, Suleiman here. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Distinguished guests, respected teachers, beloved parents, and my fellow students. Today is a day of celebration, reflection, and gratitude. As I stand here, I am overwhelmed with emotion and the memories of my journey with Islamic awareness story. Yeah, I never imagined that a day like this, a day where I would stand between accelerating my thought and sharing my story. Alhamdulillah, here we are. When my parents brought me up, I was a different person. I could not decide or even communicate verbally. When someone read to me, he was wait just around, not to understand or what they were trying to compete. It felt like the world was speaking a language I could not grasp, but he actually forwarded that. He had taught me how to read, write, and how to understand. They gave me the gift of knowledge, the ability to communicate, and the confidence of express myself. More than that, the values of risk, humility, and the importance of interacting with others in a way that reflects Islam. I learned how to dress modesty and maturely, and how to carry myself with dignity. Through here, I was also introduced to the duty and the depth of Islamic education. They judged me to start attending Islamic school, where I deepened my understanding of the affairs and the school. This education has become the foundation of my life, guiding me every decision I make and every step I take. Guiding me every decision I make and every step I take. But the journey did not stop here. At here, I learned how to be independent, how to take charge of my own life, how to start a business. Today, I am proud to say that I am a businessman. In fact, I never imagined myself joining here. But the skills and the knowledge I gained only empower me, but have also made me a source of pride. My friends and my community, for my friends, family, and my community. I stand out not because I thought it different, but because you have treated me with the full of excellence. I have never attended any formal school before coming to you. Yet, through their dedication, and support, I have achieved what was impossible. Yap has given me a teacher, and it's not that I am eternally grateful. I am eternally grateful to my teacher. Thank you for your unwavering support, your kindness, and your commitment to our growth. You have not only educated us, but have also modeled confidence and confidence in the future. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be about it. To our parents, thank you for believing in us and for entrusting us with your sacrifice and prayers in us this morning. And we are forever in gratitude. To my fellow graduates, this is not the end, but a new beginning. As we step out into the world, let us carry the lesson we have learned
The lesson of faith, respect, and husband. Let us be the ambassadors for Christ that God has given us. Let us make a positive impact wherever we go. In conclusion, I want to say Alhamdulillah for this journey, for this growth, and for this transformation. YAP has not just been an institution, it has been a family, a support system, and a beacon of hope. I am proud to be a product of YAP and of the memories and the lessons I have learned from you. May Allah bless us all, bless us all, and grant us success in this world and hereafter. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi. Please, I can feel. Again. Actually, seems like stuff. Just says man. The Amir has never attended any West Nation. He's proud of his man. When he comes to Samaru and now join here, and he says it's what he is. And what will tells you that the Amir today was nothing an attention. FC. Now it's playing in Federal College Education area. Please have him. So quickly, the next item is the presentation of some of our best students. So start with some study. Also going to start with the class. The vision of the chairman, guided by Madam Ahmed, chairman of classes, and one government. Please come and make this presentation for not just punctual, educated, punctual students. Starting from JS1, we have Gaddafi Muhammad, dedicated and very punctual. And the bill, Allah. The bill, next must and very punctual is Muhammad Ismail. Mahmoud Ismail. Yes. The next month's very punctual friend is Hassana M. Sanis from JSS3. Hassana M. Sanis. Sharon,